Yo, President-elect Donald Trump has made a whole bunch of new selections for cabinet again today, and a few that I missed from yesterday. There's a whole bunch of things to get into. Let's just get right into it so we can start talking about what I missed from yesterday. Apparently, I was on True Social. I guess he hadn't just posted it yet. It was late last night. People had known though, so he just delayed his official post on True Social, but Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, DOGE is real. I mean, I cannot. I feel like I'm living in a fantasy land. Like this is like a dream or something. Like this is pretty surreal that I can actually say the statement DOGE exists. And it's official from Donald Trump. I mean, obviously it has to get confirmed, all that, all these positions have to get confirmed. But hopefully, and foreshadowing, the Senate majority leader has been chosen today. Unfortunately, it was John Thune was picked, and yeah, it was. We'll talk about that in a second. But apparently, he's on board. We'll see. Hopefully, everything goes smoothly. We got the House, we got the Senate, we got the presidency. So all this should be great. It should go well. It should go through. But here it is. Statement from President Donald J. Trump. Here we go. I am pleased to announce that the great Elon Musk, working in conjunction with American patriot Vivek Ramaswamy, will lead the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Together, these two wonderful Americans will pave the way for my administration to dismantle government bureaucracy. Oh my goodness. It feels so good to say that. It feels so good to hear that and read that. Oh my goodness. Slash excess regulations, cut wasteful expenditures, and restructure federal agencies, essential to the Save America movement. This will send shockwaves through the system and anyone involved in government waste, which is a lot of people, stated Mr. Musk. Wait, stated Mr. Musk? Okay, this was a quote at the end. This will send shockwaves, okay, according to Elon. It will become, potentially, quote, the Manhattan Project of our time. Republican politicians have dreamed about the objectives of DOGE for a very long time. Oh, yeah. I mean, libertarians are going to be... I think libertarians are going to be stoked as hell, for sure. To drive this kind of drastic change, the DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, will provide advice and guidance from outside of government and will partner with the White House and Office of Management and Budget to drive large-scale structural reform and create an entrepreneurial approach to government never seen before. I look forward to Elon and Vivek making changes to the federal bureaucracy with an eye on efficiency and, at the same time, making life better for all Americans. Importantly, we will drive out the massive waste and fraud which exists throughout our annual $6.5 trillion of government spending. They will work together to liberate our economy and make the U.S. government accountable to we the people. Their work will conclude no later than July 4th, 2026. Okay, a smaller government with more efficiency and less bureaucracy will be the perfect gift to America on the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. I am confident they will succeed. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. I really love to hear that. Obviously, it started as a meme. It's kind of still is a meme, but I really do think that they're going to take it seriously, especially putting Vivek on there too. I love it. I love to see that. I love Vivek. Elon is a hero, as far as I'm concerned, and he is one of our modern geniuses, as far as I'm concerned. That's just a fact. It's not my concern. It just is what it is, and thankfully he's ours. I will claim him all day. American. He's South African. Nah, he's American, and we love him. Not everybody loves him. Obviously, he's got a lot of haters, and that's what happens when you're a bold, courageous, figure in history or just in general. And so he has haters, of course, but I just can't wait. I hope that this is a good thing. I hope that they take it very seriously. I think that they will, and I hope that it helps with government spending. Our debt is just insane. Like I said, libertarians have been talking about this forever, and other people who know what's going on, but I feel like libertarians always say, like, this is number one priority. period, no matter what's going on, like COVID, everything, it's always the spending. And it's true. I mean, we are just with when you hear what Elon says, because Elon knows what's up. He's been paying attention for the past couple of years, and he has a lot of comments about it, a lot of things to say about it, and he's been speaking about it a lot recently, and he just is saying like it's just out of control, and we need more people. Either way, even if all this is nothing, we need more people thinking about this, talking about this, hearing about it, and people like Elon, like big people like Elon, bringing more attention to it. Because when a political person, brings it up or whatever, it's like, yeah, who cares? And nobody wants to, people tune it out. But I want to get to the other mentions. I also missed Kristi Noem yesterday, which I love Kristi Noem. But let's just jump to the memes because let's just stick with it. This is not a meme, but this is Elon talking about what he'll do, and it's great what he says here.
We're going to be very open and transparent and be very clear about this is what we're doing. Here are the issues. This is the math for what's being spent. So we're going to make the spending lower. And if somebody's got a better idea for how to make the spending lower, tell us. But if we don't, we're going to bankrupt the country. And so we got to do something. And it's got to be like some pretty big moves. Drain the swamp. Yeah. I'd say like drain the swamps. There's so many swamps. We're gonna be very.
He's absolutely right about all the things he said, but especially the swamps. But also, I love that. Oh, we're gonna go into into debt, and how it's bankrupt the country. That's what he said. But I love how he approached this and what he said about it. We're gonna be very open, transparent. That's what we want. We don't want any shadowy stuff, even if it's not major and it's just him. They're still doing the right things. I think people still want to see it, especially libertarians are going to want to see what he's doing, and he's opening it up to people to give their input. And hey, if you got a better idea, give it. I love that. It's beautiful. It's great. Perfect. I mean, we don't want more government, obviously. So this is kind of antithetical to what we should be doing, creating another department or creating more government. But at the same time, this is like the government department to end all departments. This is going to help, so hopefully slim down the government and trim it down and pare it down to just more efficient, better, and smaller. And less invasive. And Elon is all about that. I love how he's in front of the American flag. He's so patriotic, and I love that. I love to see that. So also, yeah, this is also something that he reposted from Insurrection Barbie. She says, in addition to the high taxes and out-of-control inflation, the burden of regulations under the Biden administration amounts to $15,000 a year per family. That's a staggering number. Yeah, federal over $15,000 a year per American. Yeah. So it's like, this is just an added, point that is just adding to all this overspending and whatnot. And I mean, here's just him retweeting his own page on X of DOGE, working overtime to ensure your tax dollars were spent wisely. I think it was already created, but it's just now changed to the title, Department of Government Efficiency. I love it, and this meme is great. Now Vivek's there with the sink. This is a picture of Elon with the sink when he came to Twitter and just chopped that down and just cut so much fat from that. Oh my gosh, people just not doing anything, and that's hilarious. I love it. A couple more memes. Oh, I don't know if he created this. Maybe it's AI, but he tweeted it. It's kind of cute, I guess. This looks like some kind of Pixar thing. I like this. Vivek's commenting on it with a little bit of this, cutting the red tape. I love that. I like this one. Anyway, more AI. AI is crazy. You can just say something in a second and it comes up. So, or just creates it. And I thought this was cool. Government reform. This is what Elon's going to do. Good Doge. Titled Good Doge. He probably AI'd this too, but hey, I'll assume he made it. Oh yeah, new artwork from my team who created the famous Maha poster. Oh nice, Augustus Palante. Very good, very good. Sweet. Let me follow that guy. And then lastly, this is just something that I thought was interesting. Interesting to hear, interesting to know, and I think it's something that a lot of people don't understand or care about, or care to know about, because if you ask these people how much Elon spends a year in taxes, they probably would be nowhere near what he's about to say
With
here.
I'm the largest individual taxpayer in history. So I paid $10 billion in tax, over $10 billion in tax. You're welcome. Like I sort
Says
of thought
thank you.
maybe the IRS would like send me like a little trophy or something. You know, yeah, like one of those like doesn't have to be expensive. It could be like one of those like things you get for when kids win a karate competition, like a little plastic gold trophy or something like that, or a cookie or something. But I didn't get anything. It's like
Yeah.
and but I was happy to pay the taxes. I don't mind.
See, he doesn't even
What's
complain.
happening?
I think this is from the same event. He didn't even complain. That's insane. 10 billion. The taxes alone. What are they doing with that money? That could feed like a million homeless people. Not a million, but like a lot of homeless people, or just house a whole bunch of people that are homeless and hungry. Like that's so much money. Holy crap! Wow. And then oh yeah, this was the last meme. I had to. This is great. What exactly do you do here? From The Office. That is like a young Vivek. It's like high school Vivek. What is that? Who got that? Being libertarian. I love that that page. Oh, it's I guess it's from Bricksuit actually. He's great. I think he made it. But anyway, I don't know. He got a young Vivek image there. And then okay, so back to the appointments. We also have Kristi Noem, governor of South Dakota. She's great. She is great. And here's his statement. I am pleased to announce that Governor and former Congresswoman from South Dakota, Kristi Noem, will be appointed to serve as the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. Beautiful. Okay. Kristi has been very strong on border security. Yes, she has. She was the first governor to send National Guard soldiers to help Texas fight the Biden border crisis. Yes, she did. And they were sent a total of 8 times. She will be working closely with Border Czar Tom Homan to secure the border and will guarantee that our American homeland is secure from our adversaries. I have known Kristi for years and have worked with her on a wide variety of projects. She will be a great part of our mission to make America safe again. Governor Kristi Noem issued the following statement. I am honored and humbled that President Donald J. Trump has selected me to be the Secretary of Homeland Security. I look forward to working with Border Czar Tom Homan to make America safe again. With Donald Trump, we will secure the border and restore safety to American communities so that families will again have the opportunity to pursue the American dream. Beautiful. Excellent. Kristi Noem, I love her. She's one of the toughest women leaders in the country, in my opinion. I think Carrie Lake is great. I love Carrie Lake. But as far as someone with a solidified position, she's a governor right now, and she was so good during COVID. She was tough. She fought against all the BS and regulations and all the rules and garbage, and yeah, she was very strong with the border, and she helped with that in Texas and sent National Guard, and she is just great. Honestly, she's very tough, like I said, and she doesn't take BS, and of course they come after her, but she grew up on rural family. She's tough. She's got the country toughness in her, and I think that she's going to be great. I'm glad she was appointed. I figured she would be, but I just didn't know what to. So also we'll hit this up. Tulsi Gabbard. We knew that she was getting something. We just didn't know exactly what. But here we go. I am pleased to announce that former Congresswoman Lieutenant Colonel Tulsi Gabbard will serve as Director of National Intelligence. DNI. For over 2 decades, Tulsi has fought for our country and the freedoms of all Americans. As a former candidate for the Democrat presidential nomination, she has a broad support in both parties. Since she switched over, I don't know. She's now a proud Republican. And I know Tulsi will bring the fearless spirit that has defined her illustrious career to our intelligence community, championing our constitutional rights and securing peace through strength. Tulsi will make us all proud. Beautiful. Tulsi is one of the best. She's probably Joe Rogan's favorite. He always says that. I don't know. I think she is. But either way, she is great. She really is, and I'm glad. Like I said, she switched over to Republican. I think she made a lot of enemies, but that's just how it is because of the tribalism that's been, existent for a while now. But either way, she is a Democrat. Well, she's now a Republican, but she is, in the middle there. She's kind of moderate, and that's great. we have both sides. I don't think you should ever like close out the other side completely, but at the same time, we need loyalty. I think she's great for this, for any position, but I think she's going to be great. Then we got, okay, before we get to this, oh, well, yeah, let's actually go to this real quick. This is just senior staff. He going through it very quickly. He just mentioned he just announced some people for his senior staff. Dan Scavino will return to the White House as assistant to the president and deputy chief of staff. Scavino was a Trump campaign senior advisor and remains one of President Trump's longest-serving and most trusted aides. Great. Stephen Miller will return to the White House as assistant to the president and deputy chief of staff for policy and homeland security advisor. Miller was a Trump campaign senior advisor and previously served in the Trump White House as senior advisor to the president for policy. James Blair will serve as assistant to the president and deputy chief of staff for legislative, political, and public affairs. Blair was the Trump campaign and Republican National Committee political director, managing hundreds of staff and overseeing a wide portfolio of political operations and programs. These guys seem like they're very close to Trump. They seem like they're very, loyal. They've worked with them before, some of these guys. So, and then Taylor Budowich, will serve as assistant to the president and deputy chief of staff for communications and personnel. Prior to joining the Trump campaign, Budowich served in a senior role in President Trump's leadership PAC, Save America, and as CEO of the pro-Trump super PAC, MAGA Inc. So he's saying these people are best in class. They're his advisors. So, okay, that's really not a big deal. I just figured I'd mention them. But there is one more big one, and it might be the biggest one of them all for me. I'm hyped maybe the most for Matt Gaetz. So, well, before I get to that, actually, let me mention this because this is what happened today. There was a vote for Senate majority, as I mentioned before. It was supposed to be, Rick Scott, John Thune, and Cornyn, and unfortunately, Rick Scott was kind of the hopeful for us, and he lost, and John Thune won, and he's just he's not good. But yeah, Trump just congratulated him, newly elected Senate Majority Leader. He moves quickly and will do an outstanding job. This guy, he was very against Trump. He was against Trump supporters early. He said a lot of dumb things. He said that Mike Pence should take over after January 6th, I believe, and Trump should stand down or something. Absolute, just typical. And now all of a sudden he's like, oh, I'm on Trump's side, whatever. I hope so. I think he's got a short leash. There's talks that obviously they can vote him out, I believe, but also J.D. Vance, since he's the vice president, he has a little bit of authority where he can step in and kind of take over, which, hey, don't make us do it, because we'll do it. And I think J.D. should do it absolutely if, he starts doing some tomfoolery, which I really hope he doesn't. Because we got a lot of work to do. Only 4 years. Please, just get out of the way, okay? I don't want another McConnell, and apparently this is very close to McConnell. McConnell's the one who put this secret ballot overnight where nobody could see what was going on, or this secret vote. And yeah, I don't like that at all. But since he's there, we can't have it all, and we got everything. Senate, presidency, House. Be happy, and we'll keep an eye on this guy. And yeah, we'll just keep going forward. Since he stepped up, a lot of things or positions switched around in the Senate too. So just to mention, Senator John Barrasso is now the Senate Majority Whip. I think that changed. Tom Cotton is the Senate Republican Conference chairman. Shelley Moore Capito, the Senate Republican, the Republican Policy Committee chairman. This is all Senate, obviously. James Lankford, conference, or the vice chairman, and Tim Scott, who is the Senatorial Committee chairman. So, and National Republican Senatorial Committee chairman. I don't know. So yeah, that's that. They switched around a little bit. That's good. There was a lot of other choices. I really wish it wasn't him, but whatever. Anyway, moving on to Matt Gaetz. Here we go. This is Tulsi still. Boom. It is my great honor to announce that Congressman Matt Gaetz of Florida is hereby nominated to be the Attorney General of the United States. Love that. Matt is a deeply gifted and tenacious attorney. Yes, true. Trained at the William and Mary College of Law, who has distinguished himself in Congress through his focus on achieving desperately needed reform at the Department of Justice. Few issues. He's been so good. He's been so good there. On that, few issues in America are more important than ending the partisan weaponization of our justice system. Matt will end weaponized government, protect our borders, dismantle criminal organizations, and restore Americans' badly shattered faith and confidence in the Justice Department. And that, you could say that again about, badly shattered faith and confidence for Americans in the DOJ. It's a mess. So corrupt. I hope it comes back to prominence. Matt Gaetz is trending really hard. So is Elon. On the House Judiciary Committee, which performs oversight of DOJ, the DOJ, Matt played a key role in defeating the Russia hoax and exposing alarming and systemic government corruption and weaponization. He's a champion for the Constitution and the rule of law, and new Attorney General. And Matt will root out the systemic corruption at the DOJ, and return the department to its true mission of fighting crime and upholding our democracy and Constitution. We must have honesty, integrity, and transparency at DOJ. He keeps saying at DOJ, but yeah, at the DOJ. Under Matt's leadership, all Americans will be proud of the Department of Justice once again. I love it. I love it. Matt Gaetz is one of my favorite. He is my favorite congressman, actually, probably. But I have a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch that I love. But he really is such a key, pivotal, person, law, arguer, debater, whatever you want to call him. And he just does such a good job. Everybody hates him, of course, because I think he's easy to hate, unfortunately, and just not like legitimately. It's just like, I think people don't like that the way he stands up. He gets a bad rap. People like the media has been so bad with him, but this is what they do. They slander and the really, the problem people that stand up and are actually good at what they do and are actually like a thorn in the side of the Democrats or the deep state. They're the ones that get hit the hardest. I mean, look at Alex Jones. He's actually closing down today the InfoWars. Like, it's just, he has to sell it off. Like, that's just horrible. But he was a thorn in the side. He was the loudest voice speaking up. He knew what he was talking about for the most part. He said a lot of true things, and they didn't like it. And Matt Gaetz is good at what he does. They slander him, and he has a bad rap, but not legitimate, like, not, for a good reason, really. And I'm glad. I'm very glad. He's going to be great. And then, just wanted to talk about those from today, and then we also have RFK Jr., who obviously he's going to get a role too. I was going to mention Tulsi in there too, but he has announced that this is Trump's official Truth Social, so I'm kind of just going off of that for now, because he loves to go to this like right away. So this is actually probably, even though I didn't get the ones yesterday, he was a little late on them, the official announcements. There's always murmurs and rumors about what it's going to be, so people kind of have an idea, but as far as his announcements, I'm just kind of going off of this. So but I'm sure there's going to be more tomorrow. There might be some more big ones or surprises, but I think a lot of the big ones are there. Oh, another couple are that I'm hyped about. I'm waiting for is Kash Patel. People are saying, I think like something with the FBI, like head of FBI, which, I mean, I can't. Him and Matt Gaetz, like, and then DOJ, I don't know who he's gonna, but I can't wait for Christopher Wray and Merrick Garland to get the hell out, and all these horrible people, Booty Judge and Granlund and Raymondo and even Corinne Jean-Pierre. I can't wait for her to go out. Oh, that's another one. Alina Habba there's been rumors that she's going to be the press secretary. That would be great too. She basically already was doing it. She was already doing it. She would come out and just address the media and be like, call them out and just be like, you guys are idiots. She would be great. I wouldn't be surprised if she's going to be that. Kayleigh McEnany was probably the best of all time. I think she is so good. I thought Sarah Huckabee was good too, but Kayleigh McEnany was just, even Rogan likes her. But yeah, we'll see. These are coming in the next couple of days. They're coming hard and fast. And let's just talk about RFK Jr. real quick for a second. Oh, this is Oh, this was another meme by Insurrection Barbie that was great. Thomas Homan, borders are. Pete Hegseth, Secretary of Defense. Oh, okay, okay. Elon and Vivek, Department of Governmental Efficiency. Oh, and then Matt Gaetz, Attorney General. The Vince McMahon meme. Oh, it's so good. I love that meme. But yeah, this is like perfect. These guys, like this lineup. I mean, you're not even mentioning Tulsi, and there's so many more. Oh, including that the other guy that's I forget his name, but from yesterday that he announced. Let's see. It's all the way down. Yeah, it's not. I forget his name right now, but Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe. He's supposed to be really good too. So, but yeah, as far as RFK Jr., he wants to. They're saying there's rumors that he wants to be the head of Department of Health and Human Services. He obviously wants to do something with the health, which is great. I think that's exactly where he needs to be. I really look forward to him working on making America healthy again. Maha, 100%. I honestly, like, I already liked Trump. I already liked his administration. I didn't care about the Unity Party that much. I cared about it, but I'm just saying, like, it didn't put me over the edge particularly. But I love to see it regardless because I like all those people. And with this Maha with the and what was her name, Nicole, his VP pick, she is really good too. Her memes were great, her videos were great. um but yeah, like, both of them were great, and I'm really hyped about his mission, and I care about it deeply. Like, I have it hits home for sure, and I think that what we're 100% the seed oils, all this stuff, it's killing us. So just to get into that real quick, New York Post reports that stubborn RFK Jr. is still pushing for HHS secretary appointment despite efforts to give him advisory role. This is all hearsay. I don't want to say, these. I don't like saying rumors too much because who knows, like, if this is even true, and who knows what's going to happen after. But just real quick, RFK Jr. is continuing to express interest in the HHS fresh cabinet, despite a push for him to have a broader health role. The Post has learned. He's being stubborn, they say. One source says to the Post, he's becoming difficult to deal with in discussions. Yeah, see, that's the thing about RFK Jr. He definitely, you could tell he's pretty stubborn. When he was on Timcast, Tim asked him about, way late into the interview, he asked him about Indigenous Peoples Day and why he called it that instead of Columbus Day, and he got so mad. He was like, "This is below you to be talking about this. I can't believe that you would actually ask me about something so trivial." And it was like, well, it was later in the conversation. They talked about a whole wide, array of different things, and I don't think it is inconsequential or not, or beneath Tim or anybody. I don't think it's beneath RFK Jr. either. I don't like that I don't like that. I don't like you're switching off Columbus Day and it's Indigenous Peoples Day. Why are you even doing that? Can you at least explain yourself? He doesn't even want to explain himself. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. Sure, there's more important things, maybe, sure, but I think that's important, and I think it was a good question, and he got pretty pissed about that, and he really he really pushed the conversation in a different direction, and Tim was like, okay, but I could see that. I could see him being difficult. But again, this is all hearsay. Who knows if this is 100% true? But the Post previously reported that neurosurgeon and 2016 presidential candidate Dr. Ben Carson is also angling for the HHS spot. This is, yeah, I've heard his name being bandied about. I think he is great as well. I still think RFK Jr. is, his specialty is health. I guess I guess you could say the same with Ben Carson, Dr. Ben Carson. But yeah, he's an honorary chair. Yeah, yeah. Let's just keep this going here real quick. Trump transition co-chair Howard Lutnick has previously said he would not be getting a spot in the cabinet and instead given a position dealing with health data. He says, "No, of course not," Lutnick told CNN in October. He's not going to be the secretary, no. Why is he giving any instruction or say, or of course not? What do you mean? That's not what he wants to do, he added. He just wants data. And he wants to prove things about vaccines are wrong. And he says, if I can't prove they're wrong, that's fine. But if I can, I can save millions of lives. So maybe, and make their lives better. Maybe he's just saying, like, of course not, that's not what he wants. But I think, according to this, that is what he wants. So, and I don't think Lutnick, no offense, I don't hate the guy or anything, but I don't think he has any say on what's going to happen with RFK. So maybe I'm just reading that wrong, or reading into it. But he'd have to be approved. Blah blah. We all know that. Difficult. It could be difficult. They say, given his stance on vaccines. Huh. Interesting. But let's see. They say he said, apparently this is him quoting, "What Trump has promised me is control of the public health agencies, which are HHS and its sub-agencies, CDC, FDA, NIH, and a few others, and then also the USDA," Kennedy said in late October in a video obtained by CNN. It seems like, to me, just from reading the tea leaves, I guess, a little bit, it seems like he might want like some radical, crazy changes, and everybody's kind of like, whoa, let's hold our horses here, because what exactly are you going to do? Maybe they need to see exactly his plan. I'm sure, well, maybe he doesn't have a plan. I don't know, but I was going to say, maybe, I'm sure he has a plan, but I don't know. Maybe they got to really look at it if he has it, and maybe he doesn't have one like fully, fleshed out, and they're kind of just being like, well, I don't know what to do with this, because he's trying to get his hands on everything as far as health. And yeah, he said we've got to get off seed oils, pesticide intensive agriculture, and I mean, I agree 100%. Former president has praised Kennedy over his views on health during his campaign events, saying he would let him go wild, quote, on several topics. I'm going to let him go wild on health. So this is counter, of what they were saying a little. What's going on here? I'm going to let him go wild on the food. I'm going to let him go wild on the medicines, Trump announced during his Madison Square Garden rally. See, but that might be because it was just in the moment of him accepting. I mean, it was still within the frame of like a month of him finally like getting on board, and I think Trump really wanted him on board. Maybe he's kind of just saying whatever to make, to get him going and to get him to keep him happy, and then now he's doesn't agree. I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe Trump just wants to let him do it. So we'll see. Maybe there's other people that are not happy with that. I mean, of course they would be. They wouldn't be happy. This is the thing. This guy is the devil to big pharma, to big, the food industry, and all the terrible sugary stuff that these people want to sell. And if he comes in, it's going to be big problems for them. So maybe this is where the pushback's coming from. All these people who are about to be out a lot of money if he gets put forward. And if that's the case, I really hope Trump just says F everything and this. Let him go wild. Go. Let's see. Trump advisor Brian Hughes, who is part of Trump's transition team, told the Post that there will be nothing coming out before any announcement or decision from the former president about his HHS choice. Yes, it's going to come from his Truth Social, I'm sure. And yeah, Kennedy rep did not respond. So it's interesting. That's interesting. It is interesting that he hasn't been selected yet either. But it's only been a couple days, so we'll see. Let's wait a week and see what happens. If he's not announced or talked about by Trump in a position in a week, then I'll be questioning like what's going on here. And then here's this crazy. Look at the New York Times. See, they're just evil. This is I can't read it because they're just, you need to be subscribed. But look at this title of this article they made. CDC director fears RFK Jr. may share, quote, misinformation from a place of power. That's if he gets, put into a big high position in the HHS or wherever. The prospect of a second Trump administration and RFK Jr.'s role in it has rattled many people in public health. Yeah, well, it should. I hope it does. And these people are shaking in their boots. And you see these articles like from shills like New York Times. They're just pushing the propaganda, pushing the influence, because they probably have money in it too, and they have probably people, putting pressure on them to do this because they're scared. They're scared of him. And they have to, just like Matt Gaetz and all the other ones, they have to slander the hell out of him. They make him seem crazy, and he's not. I think that he knows what he's talking about. I think every time that his name comes up in a liberal circle, or if there's somebody liberal around or whatever, Democrat, they got to bring up, oh, he's a vaccine denier, or he's a COVID denier, and they bring up the fact that he thinks Jews, like this girl on Piers Morgan's show, I don't know her name. She's supposedly a comedian, but she's very obnoxious. The young girl, I think she's Asian or part Asian, but somebody brought up RFK Jr. and she was like, oh, the one who thinks that Jews can't get COVID or something like that. And it's like, you just taking him out of context and just stop. Like, what are you doing? Because he said, something specifically about data, and what was it, the Ashkenazi Jews or whatever, they have like a something that helps them not get COVID or something like that. And I mean, he looks at the data, he knows what's up, and I think that he's not crazy. I think he knows what he's talking about. I think he knows what he's doing, and I understand not wanting to give him too much power, because at the same time we got to have loyalists. That's the biggest thing, and strong people. That's the biggest thing, and not expanding government too much. We don't want to have all these a million positions where people are like, what is it actually that you do here? What exactly do you do here? And hopefully these guys, I mean, this was the main thing for the most part. Matt Gaetz just came up too, and I love that. It's really shaping up. The cabinet's really shaping up. Everything is looking great. This is like a wet dream for all the conservatives and all the people who have been waiting for this type of thing, waiting for this day. And yeah, that's just wanted to report, what came out today. There was a lot today. There was a lot. It was started out as just Kristi Noem that I missed, and Elon and Vivek with DOGE, and yeah, it's a whole bunch of other things now. Like I said, I'm foreshadowing, looking to RFK Jr. We'll see. We'll see. I'll just end the video there. This is just kind of just droning on a little bit here, so might as well end it there. And yeah, just remember, just because you don't take an interest in the government doesn't mean the government won't take an interest in you. See you next time. Throw a like, throw a comment if you want. And yeah, well, next time we have information, I'm going to put out another video. We'll talk about it. Peace.